Oh, nice.
All right. We are live. This is American Hammers TV. I'm so sorry for the delay. We're having technical difficulties, which is awesome. I don't think they're going to be as bad as it was with who was it? Jeremiah Carson. That was a fun episode. Tonight we're going to have Kostya on once he can hear us, and we do have Lee as my co-host, and we have Gary from Holy City Hammers. This is part 2 with Gary. We might actually have a part 3 at some point because he tells us that he's got ton of stories, which is awesome. Before we get into that, real quick, I just gotta mention that we have a sponsor, Strava Craft Coffee.
Hey, it's Max.
The best coffee he ever had in his life.
Really?
Yeah. And we have a coupon for 15% off, which is if you go to StravaCraftCoffee.com, the link's in the description below. The code's also down there as well. Enter Hammers15 and you can save 15% off your organically infused with hemp oil coffee, premium craft coffee. And Max, you got something to say about our subscribers?
Like and subscribe, and if you want notifications, press the bell. If you don't press the bell. Just subscribe already.
All right, thank you.
I also find you a good wage.
Oh yeah, he does. He gets a decent wage. Can you hear us now, Kostya?
Yeah, I have to use my damn phone, which is on 30%, which means I'm gonna have to leave in about 20 minutes to plug it in. So when you see me walk off screen, you know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, we'll let you. Well, all right. We'll let you do a lot of the talking too in the beginning, then for sure. Now, real quick, if you haven't watched the first episode with Gary from Holy City Hammers, it was a treat, and we're glad to have him back. But like I was telling everybody before, I've said this on multiple episodes recently. The reason why we're having him back is because he's got a lot more stories to tell. So let's take it away there, Gary. What do you got for us?
Go for it.
Oh,
Phew, where do you want to start? I mean,
at the beginning.
what's up, man?
Hey, it's good to see you.
And you too, man.
How about Manchester United away? You were telling us that before we went live.
Oh well, yeah. I've got I had to start writing stuff down because I couldn't, so many stories, but they're not all in order. So we'll start with Man United away. Well, this was a time that when I used to go to the away games on my own because I'd go to the home games with my friends, and nobody wanted to go to the away games, but I wanted to go. I was like, it was like a drug to me already. So I would go to the station knowing where we would leave from in London, like Euston, and I'd sit there waiting, and I'd hear the times. Oh, we're going to meet there at this and this and this. So I would go to the station. So I met at the station, and I actually met the station, and it was the ICF, and I didn't know that. So I get on the train, and the train was absolutely slam packed with West Ham, which is not unusual, but it's unusual when it's like 2 hours plus before you would normally be leaving. And if anybody's seen it, there's actually a documentary called Hooligans 85. That guy that was filming that was on our train.
Really?
He was on the train filming that. And we turn up at Manchester, and because they didn't know we was there. They didn't know we were coming that early in the morning. So we get off the train. He steps back, and he's on his radio, and obviously he's calling for reinforcements. He's saying, like, what the fuck? Dude, there's a whole train of West Ham just turned up at fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. So we start walking. I mean, there's just so many people, man. I mean, we start walking and carry on walking. All of a sudden, you start hearing sirens. So the sirens get louder and louder, and then everyone splits off into little groups. And the little group that I got into, I think I can't be 100% sure, but I think it was. I don't know whether you guys have seen the ICF page on Facebook, Andy Swallow.
Yeah.
I swear that was Andy Swallow that was there, and because he was so shorter than me, But he went up in everyone's face and said, look, right, nobody fucking runs. Nobody fucking runs. You stand your ground. If anybody runs, we'll sort you out. You don't fucking run. You stand your ground. And I thought, well, yeah, that's not what I'm here for, but, you know, I'm all right. I'll do it. Well, the police came along, they caught us, and they held us there, and then they got us a bus there, put us on a bus and took us to the stadium. Well, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. And let us off the bus and then fucked off, left us there. So what do? Start walking back. We start walking back, and we walked back, and we met up with a load of other West Ham, and we went into the pub where we met. And there was actually 3 pubs where we met. There was 2 on one side of the road and 1 on the other side of the road, with a side road coming down in between the 2 pubs. Well, obviously, Man United had heard that West Ham's here. They're in so-and-so pub. And next thing you know, the bricks have gone through the windows, bricking this pub. But they obviously didn't know that we was in that pub and in that pub. So, yeah, it went crazy after that, man. It was up the road.
So
one of the pubs got blocked off because there was a police van pulled up in front of it. But
were you in the pub? Were you in the pub where the bricks were thrown then, or were you in one of the other 2?
I was in one of the other 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in one of the other 2. Because the one where the bricks went in.
Yeah.
Did
everybody come out?
No, well, a couple of people got out, but then a police van pulled up onto the pavement there, right in front of the door, and stopped anyone else getting out. But obviously, they didn't know either that we was in the other pubs, because it was like, I mean, there's a video of it. It's called Hooligans '85. It's a documentary, but you can see we're chasing Man United up the road, and then the old Bill were chasing us up the road. It's great. But we actually got to the stadium, Old Trafford, and we walked around. You know, it's like an American stadium where you can walk around the whole concourse, you know, of the stadium. Well, we did that, and we walked around like 3 times around Old Trafford singing Bubbles. Well, no one even wanted to touch us or say nothing to us. But it was a fucking great day. Obviously different when you come out the stadium, because now they hold you back, and now you're like cattle herded down the road.
So Gary, what year is this? And comparatively, how fewer stewards are there to block off the away fans compared to now?
Well, to tell you the truth, I can't remember. It's in the 80s. I can't remember. My memory is shit.
It's okay.
all I can remember is the incidents. I can't remember dates and everything else. But you know, what you got to understand is when you go to these away games, they hold you back for 30 minutes until the rest of the crowd is dispersed. All that does is gives them time to get down the side streets, bottle up, brick up, whatever they need to do. They're waiting on you.
Yeah.
But even if you watch the documentary, man, I mean, this just shows you what the West Ham and ICF were. They didn't give a shit who you were, how many of you there were. They're chasing us down the road, and you look behind you, and it's like I don't know if you've seen the movie Zulu. All you could see was Man United coming down the road after you, and they started running us, and we started running, and then West Ham stopped, and the ICF boy said, "Fucking don't run, stand your ground." And they turned round, and in the documentary, there's like 4 West Ham turned around and steamed into these Man United fuckers, man. They don't give a shit. These ICF boys, man, but they're great people, man. I mean, they'll have your back anytime, you know.
It's funny because when I was first getting into English football, there was an article written in Sports Illustrated magazine. I can't remember who wrote it. It wasn't Bill Simmons. It was a different one talking about the different Premier League clubs Not about, you know, who to pick or whatnot, but he did mention somewhere that, you know, if you are going to go over to England, because at that time, I think we're talking early 2000s, he's like, okay, well, you know, you want to pick a club that if you go there for a home match, like you can wear their shirt and you're not going to get fucked up. Like you're not going to get your ass kicked. You're not going to get beaten on the streets and stuff like that. And he's like, so if that's the case, then everybody should be a West Ham supporter.
Right.
You know, because they have the, you know, the fans and shit.
Like I told you beforehand, and like you've heard from other people from England, and West Ham is family, and they are. They are. They'll be right beside you, whatever you do, and they'll take care of you. You get in trouble.
How did it turn out that day? So you were with the ICF. You were kind of grouped in with them. I mean, what's it like being in the middle of it? Were you like, what were you throwing punches? What was your experience?
No, I mean,
just preface with you're not putting yourself in any legal trouble right now. This is in a different.
Oh yeah, this is like no. This is like no. First of all,
borders.
I mean,
elsewhere.
We have a great little channel, but we have like 350 subscribers. So you're not exactly doing this on ESPN.
360 now.
Okay,
we're moving up.
Also, this is all stuff in the 80s. You're not going to get any trouble for this.
I mean, I didn't do it. I mean, I wasn't part of the ICF. I was just there with them, you know. But
I mean, is it terrifying or is it exciting or what's it like?
I mean, I've got some other stories that will tell you that. You fucking shit your pants, man. But it's like adrenaline, and it's like you get home and you can't wait to go the next week. Seriously, you can't wait to go next week.
Yeah.
There is one right here. There is the next one. Well, actually, I'll go into another one before that. So a little bit after that, I don't know, some of the subscribers might know, especially from England, it's a place called the Green Street Cafe. And it was just a little bit, as you come from Upton Park Station, it's a little bit just a little bit past the station on the right-hand side. Well, I don't believe it's there anymore.
I don't think so.
But anyway, we used to go there, and I went in there one day and I heard them talking about, so we're going to go to Sunderland, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, fuck me, I'll have some of that. You know, they got their own coach up. So I started going with those guys, and right here beside me, I don't know, you probably can't see it. I got a flag right here beside me.
Yeah.
But it's a Green Street Cafe Society. We started getting our own coaches up, and sometimes we'd have two coaches. But what we'd do, we had a hookup in Wolverhampton. So anyway, anytime we went up north, we'd go to Wolverhampton first to this pub. They'd lay on a buffet for us. We'd go in there and eat, get more pissed, and then go on to wherever we were going.
Mm.
And someone from the pub would normally come with us, and then we'd go back there afterwards, have a few more drinks, and then head home. But so I was with the Green Street Cafe. We played Bristol City away when we was in Division 2. And the game was just a midweek game, 7:30. So our bus left about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But we'd been in the pub since like 10:30, 11 o'clock. We had a few sherbets, down there next, and get on the bus, and we've had a few more sherbets. And anyway, on the way there, we all had tickets for standing. So me and the guy I'm sitting with, and then the two in front, we're talking all the way, and we said, you know what, fuck this. We've been on this all day. I don't want to stand up. Let's see if we can go and get some seat tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So we got off the bus and went to the ticket office at Bristol City, and we got 4 seat tickets. Turned out to be right in the middle of the fucking Bristol City's end. And we beat them 5-1 that night. Anyway, we walked in there, and we said to the stewards as soon as we walked in there, because you know when you're going out a city like that, you know who's who from the way you dress. So we said to the stewards when we walked in there, we said, keep your fucking eyes open because it's going to go off tonight. Because they knew who we were.
Mm-hmm.
And, vice versa. We knew, everyone knew who was who. So we went and sat down, and we beat them 5-1.
What gives you that intuition that it's going to go down tonight? Is it simply because it was a 5-1 drubbing and it's the score?
No,
the City is not a club I think that we have animosity with normally. So
right, no, but every club has got its element. Every team has got its element, and especially when they're at home, they think they can do anyone. So we walked in and we said, "Keep your eyes out. It's going to go off tonight." So we went and sat down and we beat them 5-1. And there's an incident in there where you might have seen it in the news. They blamed it on Harry Redknapp because Harry Redknapp was our manager at the time. They blamed it on him for telling them fuck off to the crowd, but he wasn't doing that. What he was doing at the time was telling them it's 2-0. No, because what it was do you remember when Harry Redknapp had that car wreck and he fucked his face up and he fucked his eye up?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were giving him shit for that. They was giving him shit for that. So he turned around and said 2-0. Well, it wasn't. That's not what did it at all. Anyway, every time we scored, we were fucking jumping up and cheering.
yeah,
Was in the middle of their stand. And when our fourth goal went in, they had enough. That was it. The whole stand got up and come over and kicked the shit out of us, man. I ended up.
yeah.
I've had 3 back surgeries, and one of them have been pretty recent. And I ended up being knocked the shit out. I was leaning over the seat in front of me, and when I came to, I couldn't move my legs. I thought I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel my legs. So I got carried out of there on a stretcher. Well, it wasn't nothing serious. It was just probably something where I've been kicked, just like numbed my legs and everything else. But I couldn't fucking walk. I couldn't stand up. They carried me out there on a stretcher. But when they let me out the next morning of hospital, I got back to London and went back in the Green Street Cafe. I walked in there and everyone stood up and fucking went, yes. They said, you guys put up a fucking great performance. And I said, I don't know how. I got about 3 good punches in and that was it. You know, but after that,
comes after you. What do you do? I mean,
you can't wait to go the next week.
He says this every time. His punchline.
I know it's not punchline because it's great. It's unbelievable going with them West Ham fans on the games.
Yeah. And I can't imagine it's quite that feeling for any other club. That's why I picked this club, is what you're talking about. Really.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Listen, we went to Cremonese in the Intertoto Cup, and I went with West Ham. I went with West Ham official trip. So they had all this itinerary worked out. So we got on the bus and we went to Italy, and they fucked their itinerary up. And so we didn't get there till like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes into the game.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was all fucked up. So we got through the game and we fucking lost. So we're heading home, and we said to the driver, just fucking pull over at the next pub you see. The next pub you see, pull over. So we're coming up, and he got his turn signal on to pull into the pub, and all of a sudden we see flashing lights. There's already a West Ham pub in there, a bus in there. We said, oh, fucking don't worry, hit the next one. Hit the fucking next one.
So when you have a whole stand full of people come after you, what do you do? I mean,
there's nothing you can do. When you're in the middle, there's nothing you can do. You got to
stand your ground.
Stand your ground and try and defend yourself. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to do much. I mean, like I said, I got maybe 3, maybe 4 good punches in. I know I did hit one dude and I knocked him like 3 fucking rows down. That's about it.
I've always wondered if any kind of strategy is ever employed, because you're all there together in the away section, so you don't really care who sits where. You know, you're not going to be territorial about your seat. It's a big family. So I'm thinking the biggest, tallest boys is who you want in the front, like the Shields, you know, when the
Right, no.
moving forward, you kind of want them there to block. And then the quick little guys can be in the row right behind them, coming in with the jabs, you know.
No, that's not. No, there's no strategy like that. The strategy, as far as they work out, all right, we're going to sneak in. You know, my second away game was Arsenal away, and we were in the pub, and they said, "Come on in, let's go. We're going in the North Bank." I said, "What do you mean we're going to the North Bank? That's Arsenal's end." I said, "They've got a fucking scarf wrapped around my wrist." They said, "All right, take it off and wrap it around your waist and pull your shirt back over." And I thought, all right, that's what I did. And I went in there. This is all my first experiences. And I wrapped it around my waist, pulled my shirt back over the scarf, get in the North Bank. We're standing like almost behind the goal, about, I don't know, like not even halfway up. And I'm looking around me and I'm thinking, fucking hell, what a mistake I've made. I don't recognise no one. What a fucking mistake I made. All of a sudden someone went, United! And fucking, there was thousands of West Ham in it. Arsenal just fucking ran out everywhere, man. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
I looked around and I was really fucking... My
reputation for being soft.
Yeah, my arsehole was going
across the board.
It's not, I don't know, because I don't know anyone. This is all new to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know who's who. I don't know. There's fucking thousands of West Ham in there. So my arsehole was going, damn. But it's once again, it was like at the end of the day, it's like fucking hell. That adrenaline, that rush was just brilliant. Brilliant.
So you took the North Bank, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, not on my own. I had a few friends.
No. But West Ham. Yeah, not you by yourself.
Yeah. We took. Well, we always used to take the North Bank. Ivory. Anyway,
what about Millwall? You ever make any trips down there?
Oh yeah. Listen. Oh yeah, Millwall.
Someone's asking about that in the live chat, by the way.
Nothing went off down there. I wasn't involved in anything down there, but it's a scary place. It's a fucking scary place. See, this is what happened. We played them on a Sunday, a 12:30 game. And we got a cab there. It's so close, you know. I mean, like 4 of us in a cab, it's fucking nothing. Get there. But the problem with when you're playing someone in London like that, like I said, when we went to Bristol, you know who's who. When you go to Millwall, you don't know who's who. You don't know who's Millwall because you're all in London. Everyone's wearing the same shit.
Yeah.
So we got out the cab and we said, all right, we'd ordered the cab to meet us back at the same place at a certain time. So we'd all got lost from each other. So I'm walking out there and thinking, fucking hell, is this dude next to me fucking West Ham or is he Millwall? I don't know. I can't even open my mouth. It was scary. I mean, nothing happened, but literally that was one of the scariest times because you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like it's that close to West Ham. It's right across the water, but we got a cab. That's how close it is.
So you guys, so you could identify people by the faces you knew, right? But also, so you said like when you went to Bristol, it was how you dressed. So you guys were presumably like better dressed, more stylishly dressed, like casual.
Yeah, more stylishly because you know we're from London. London gets
the best. Only the best in London, and then in Bristol they get it 2 years later, right?
Yeah, we don't wear no shit in London, man. We wear the best in London.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, yeah, the fashions come to London first, you know, new stuff, and then so everyone's wearing all the fashion stuff, all the top stuff, and then so they know who we are, and we know who they are.
But at Millwall, you don't know.
Millwall, you don't know. You go to Tottenham, you don't know. You know, anywhere in London, you don't know, man. Everyone's wearing the same.
Well, no, Tottenham, you know, because they all have facial expressions like this.
Well,
yeah,
Tottenham,
that's true.
Big nose.
That's true. This is Yeah, not a Tottenham channel.
No.
No.
All right, Nick, I'm gonna start.
You know, I was trying to think, like, who the fuck is disliking our videos? And you know what I'm coming to think? I think it's them.
Yeah, it's
Because we talk shit about them so much.
Did you see the tattoo that went viral of the guy? It's on his arm. And
Yeah.
instead of first victory at Shite Hart Lane, it says Firth. It's a 1 and then a TH. And it just looks terrible.
Oh, you got to find.
The first comment, the comment with the most likes is the tattoo artist must have been a Spurs fan.
Yeah, no, this thing is terrible. You got to find it. It's a
wow.
disaster, and it's apparently it's real. It's not. It's
You
real.
see this shit? Oh, you can't see this shit. I got forever blowing bubbles.
Oh yeah, nice.
Question: did Chaz just pop in the chat?
Hey.
Is
Oh,
this,
hey, what are you doing here?
is this a scheduled or an unscheduled guest? Chaz, what are you doing on here?
Surprise.
This is a great surprise either way. You didn't tell me Chaz was going to come on. This is
No, nobody knew. No, listen, Chaz posted something. Like he made a comment saying, "Hey, I didn't get the invite for that episode, so I messaged him privately and said, listen, we'll do a surprise. We'll wait till we're halfway through, and then I'll invite you in, and just don't say anything. Let them notice you."
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, nice one.
Hold on. Well, since Chaz just came on, this is the perfect time for me to bring up something that happened that we haven't had a chance to talk about as a group. I mean, we're just talking with Gary about taking the North Bank, and so what I'm about to bring up is nothing compared to bringing the North Bank. But the authenticity of Gary, when we had that big group, and there's a picture on all 3 of our Facebook groups there, Baltimore Hammers, DC Irons, Holy City Hammers. The picture, it was hard to fit everybody in, and it was such a big group. And when we're taking the picture, this is during the Everton game where we played like shit. I think we're only down 1-0 at halftime, something like that. And there's a couple of tossers walking, and they're on the other side. They're on the other side of the street. And, I can have an aggressive streak, but I'm pretty good at holding it back. But Gary brought it out of me, and I lost myself for a second. And Gary put that spirit, infused me with that essence of I just went off on this guy because he yelled from across the street, "Go Everton."
Go Everton? That's what he said.
And so all 50 of us or whatever start lighting into him. And it was Gary and I cussing at him, not just until you couldn't see him anymore.
He said,
Oh,
And I'm
come
pretty sure-
on. You know I don't cuss.
I'm pretty sure he was in a Neymar jersey.
It was a Neymar jersey, a Brazil Neymar jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah.
he didn't say "Come on, you Toffees." He says, "Go Everton."
Yeah.
Go Everton.
Yeah. We all know he's going to be. We all know he's going to be supporting Chelsea in the fucking Europa, and he's going to support the Yids in the fucking finals.
But Chaz, can you tell me what it was like from your perspective? Because that was out of body for me. So I don't really remember what anybody else was doing. I was just yelling at a man across the street,
I'm from Baltimore. I do this on a daily basis.
Okay.
So anyway,
If I'm not yelling at somebody, there's a huge issue.
just so everybody knows.
That's me. My real self comes out. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like that, you prick.
Especially because we're down and playing like shit too.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows that everybody's watching anyway. They might wonder what this mayhem's about right here. So sorry, but basically, just like Costi was saying, there was a meetup a few months back during the Everton match, and that's so obviously the Holy City Hammers and the Maryland Hammers also bounced up there. Was there any other groups that were there or supposed to?
Charleston.
Myrtle Beach was supposed to be in there, but they never showed up.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. So I also heard there was some, Tottenham No, wait a minute. Was it Tottenham Bar you were at, or
Yeah,
Nope.
what happened? No. Someone put stickers in the Tottenham Bar, wasn't that it? Or is that
Oh,
different
did
bar?
no,
Yeah.
we didn't do that.
I told the other one. You do that part.
We're innocent.
Where is it?
Plead,
At least
plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah.
I purposely made sure that you guys were on today because I wanted to show basically our viewers too that we get a lot of viewers from the UK, and this just shows some basis of like the camaraderie that us West Ham supporters have. I mean, yeah, sure, me personally, I didn't go to the Seattle match, and I didn't go to the Raleigh, North Carolina match that a lot of you guys were at when West Ham came over here to play, but. Some of these groups out here are really big, and even the smaller ones, they definitely make road trips and visit each other, and it's really cool to see. Like that particular event that you guys had, it was really nice to see guys like Gary and them, and that's a nice scarf there, man. Yeah, Columbus, man. Oh, you went to that one. All right. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Famous.
Sorry about that.
I'm not going to say that we're looking for new stickers, but I'm going to say that there are new stickers being printed.
Oh,
awesome.
What happened?
Awesome, man.
You must have had a break-in and someone stole them.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That homeless guy in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, what a bastard he was.
What a sad story it is.
All right, real quick while I have a chance, I just want to mention there's some people in the chat room, so I can do it now, and then we'll get back to Gary's stories in a second. So Jeremiah Carson's here, Tariq is here, Wally World is always, and Gabe is always. So everybody knows we're going to have Gabe and Wally on one particular episode next month on the 9th, I believe. And then we have John Black from Vegas. We have Scott Davis is in here, man. That's cool to see. I like seeing Scott in here.
Yeah.
And
Tariq.
yeah.
What's up, Scott?
Tariq is actually Tariq, and that's a Toronto.
Tariq, sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
That's okay. He gets that all the time, and
leave it to a DC Hammer to figure out that name.
No, not DC Hammer. DC Iron. Get it right.
Leave it to a DC Iron to get that name correct.
It's a sensitive thing. I'm not going to go into it. But he used to be a Toronto Hammer, and I don't know if you've had a Toronto Hammer on this program yet.
Not yet. We plan on having Canadians in here.
We had them. Not all of them. We only had a handful. 3 or 4 of them came down to DC once, and they were like inventing chants as they went along, and that was really cool. They were a fun group of guys.
Yeah, we're Canadian friendly. Yeah, we'll have Toronto on. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, whenever they're ready.
So apparently is there a Trinidad and Tobago Hammer group too? That's what Tarek says. Yeah,
there is a group everywhere in the
Yeah, I know.
Little cities you wouldn't expect, and I see a Facebook group come up. Like
I'm telling you, in Instagram, there's a lot too. There's a lot from Indonesia and Malaysia and random countries.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few from out there. The bigger cities are the ones that have the main groups, but from just being in San Diego and having a lot of people that travel over that way, a lot of groups.
Gotcha.
California's got like 6 of them at least.
Yeah, but only a couple of them have been on my damn show.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we got Fresno.
Bay Area, I need Hollywood. Like, come on, guys, join the show.
Oakland,
showcase you.
How did San Diego do? Because I'll be really pissed off if they fuck this up.
It was Sean was on.
Got eliminated in the first round.
Sean was on, and Sean was from. He was actually on a vacation up in San Francisco while he was doing the interview. Yeah, so no, he was great, man. He was great.
All right, good. I'll be really upset if one of the groups I helped faltered.
Oh, no, they were great. No, Sean was great. Yeah, Sean was awesome.
Cool beans.
All right.
Let's get back to Gary. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Gary's been a little quiet.
I just took a nap.
Building.
Gary, how old were you when you realized you loved West Ham?
Shit. I mean, I was young, but I mean, I wasn't at the age where I could go. let me tell you about and this makes me sound like a right prick, and I probably was at the time. I wanted to go to a game all my friends were going to. One of my friends, his brother was older and he'd been going a long time. He kind of was one of the boys, and they were all going to Fulham away, and I wanted to go so bad. And I'd been to one home game before that, and I said, I want to go. I said to my dad. My mum and dad split up when I was about 8, so my dad brought up me and my 2 brothers. We had no money. I want to go. He said, no. In the meantime, he was like off shagging other women by then, you know what I mean? So he'd be out, staying out night times. So I fucking stole money off of him, which is a bad, all right, you can come and fucking cuss me out, whatever you want, but I stole money. I wanted to go to the game. So I went to the game and I thought, I'll be home before he even gets home. What happened? They had a floodlight failure for a fucking hour. So I get home and my dad's there waiting for me. Fucking hell. Yeah, there you go. I was 15 and then.
What did he say?
I don't know whether he said anything. I mean, I probably had a fucking nice bruise around the side of my head at the time.
I was about to say, show your ass. It'll probably still be the bruise.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, back in them days, you got what you deserved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got what you deserved.
Do you have any West Ham related scars?
I wasn't really a big scarf person.
No. Scars.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, scars. No.
Oh, God.
No, I don't have any scars. But let me tell you, the first time I ever got arrested at West Ham. Well, actually, the only time. we were playing at home, and we'd been in a pub in the bowling, and we were shit faced. So we leave there like, you know where the bowling is.
Yeah.
We leave there at 5-3 to get in there at the start of the game. And we get inside and find out today's sponsor is Stella. Yeah.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we got cheap.
Fucking Heiser.
We got cheap Stella in the stadium, and I got absolutely fucking shit faced. I went to take a piss, and I passed out and collapsed in the fucking bathroom at West Ham on the floor, and I was completely out of it. I got arrested for drunk and disorderly.
Oh,
I said to him, I understand drunk. Yeah, I was shit faced.
Not disorderly.
Disorderly. I couldn't even fucking walk. You know what I mean?
God, you must have
be disorderly.
smelled like piss. Oh, you must have smelled like, that must have been horrible.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, I was fucking, yeah.
But how disorderly can you be when you're face down?
I think I was on my back. I don't think my face was in the fucking.
Oh, when you're on your back in the bog, how disorderly can you be?
Oh, well, I mean, I did get back to the bar. I think I got back to where I lived for about the last pint, but then most people had already gone home by then.
The match was already over.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was in there till like 11 o'clock at night.
Are you serious at that time?
Huh?
Hold on. Was it a 7 o'clock kickoff?
No, it was a 3 o'clock kickoff.
What, did you say they came in and got you? I mean, you were just there for you just passed out for hours?
No, somebody must have reported me and they come in and fucking got me and arrested me.
The match is over by 5.
Well, I know.
None of the stewards or a janitor.
Hey, don't judge me, man.
I'm not judging you. I'm judging all of the people who walked by you and saw you and said, he's fine, and waited until 11 o'clock at night.
No. They took me to jail. They let me out of jail at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in the bathroom until 11 o'clock.
Oh, no. Fuck, man.
No, he's not a Stevenson fan that just got fucking locked in the bathroom and then walks out and goes, "Oh shit, the match is over 7 hours ago."
No. They arrested me. They come and got me because I was fucking with comatose, and then
that was after the game, though.
No, well, that was during the game. I mean, this is. It was like.
You didn't get banned from the Berlin.
No, I mean, it was just drunk and disorderly. I mean, I got.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I got fined £5, and I never paid it.
Never did.
I never ever paid it.
Did the interest accumulate? Is it like 250 pounds by now?
Oh yeah, it's probably that, or maybe more.
Yeah.
How was
Don't worry, we got a great lawyer.
I mean, what was jail like? What was it? Just you and a bunch of like?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Oh,
Well, Lord knows there's no Tottenham fans in there.
No, fuck the Tottenham fans.
And no fucking shields.
Chaz, have you ever had a Tottenham fan walk into Abbey?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Not well for them.
Did they leave pretty quickly, or did they get the picture?
Yeah, so we have big open doors on our pub. I mean, you've seen it. You walk in. So when you open the doors, it's, there's a bunch of soccer fans in here.
Yeah.
They walked in and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, they didn't stick around long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Tottenham story from I think it was last season. We down at Marjorie's. Well, we were watching the game and we were fucking robbed, as we always are.
yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
So at the end of the game, I knew there were Tottenham around the other side. So I walked round there and I said to I said to these fucking Tottenhams, I said, so I said, is it just a team, or do you get a fucking blowjob off the ref as well? So one of them didn't like it, and he kept waving his hand like, "Fuck off, go away, peasant."
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't take it. I said, "You fuck you cunt."
So he was on his white cock.
Yeah. Excuse my French, by the way.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. It's fucking funny.
I said, "Fuck you," you see you next Tuesday. I said, "Look." But the other guy, one of them was laughing.
Gary.
I said, what's the matter with you dick? What's your problem? Anyway, he didn't want to. He just kept waving me away like I was a peasant. Anyway, I said, you know what? Fucking come here, let's have it, dude. And he didn't, And then all of a sudden the barman said, "Well, Gary," he said, "Look, you need to leave. You start anything, you're going to be barred." I said, "All right, I'll go outside and wait for the cunt." And I did. I went outside and waited. But listen, this is not the end of the story.
Wait,
Oh God.
Gary, can you back up a little bit because we can't see your eyes anymore? Can you back up in your seat?
Oh shit.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, hold on.
Or push the.
There we go.
There you go.
So anyway, 2 months later, my nephew, who's a pain in the fucking arse, lives in Charlotte, fucking Tottenham. He sends me a message and he says, "Do you know this dude down there in Charleston?" He sent me a message that said this West Ham fucking dude wanted to start something. I said, what the fuck? It's made us all the way out to Charlotte. I said, "Yeah, that was me."
Oh God. Well, we're looking forward to having you up here sometime.
I'm looking
We need to wake up and have some fun.
Austin is gonna burn to the ground.
Yeah.
We gotta get our bail money and our divorce papers ready. That's all.
No,
Hey, I got a good attorney.
listen, I'm not like that. These are my old days. I'm just telling you some old shit. Mind you, this Tottenham shit wasn't old. It was pretty recent.
Did he come outside? Did he come out?
No, of course he didn't. He didn't
No,
want
of course.
to
No, I knew. Well, I didn't think he would.
big nose
Are
mate.
there two entrances at your bar? Was he able to go around or something like that?
Yeah, there's 2 entrances, but I was stood outside in the middle of them. They were like 10 feet apart.
Well, I don't know what he did, but
Yeah.
Just like when we hypothetically walked in the Tottenham bar in DC.
yeah. So we've only ever had one little Tottenham moment, and if you Chaz knows Fido, and Gary knows, it's a big U shape, and
It's a horseshoe.
It's a horseshoe, and you know, when the Everton fans, when they used to call, there used to be a bigger group of them, and it was fine. It was great for sharing it. But once the whole match, we didn't even realize we weren't playing Spurs, but Spurs were on at the same time, and I guess maybe 4 or 5 of them were on the other side, and we didn't pay any. We had no idea the whole time because they're not making any noise. I don't know if it's because
Shocker.
I don't know if it's because they're Spurs, or if it's because they didn't score or they lost.
What are these fucking songs?
I really like.
It was a high holy holiday.
I always notice now. Now I look at it, and when there's one Spur, I'll tell everybody, and nothing happens, but I just put them on alert. But this time there's 4 or 5 of them, and we don't know, and the match is over. Both matches are over, and we're just drinking and saying, partying, and they walk. Oh, instead of just leaving, they walk around the entire horseshoe, and with their jackets on, right, covering their kits.
Oh, okay.
And even telling you, their body language, it was like they were spies in like a comedy, caricaturing a spy, because they had their little hats down, and they held their hats down like this, and they walked by, and under their breath, in a passive-aggressive little twatish manner, went, "Come on, you Spurs!" And then they just went out the door, opened the door.
There's nothing illegal about accidentally spilling your beer on somebody. That is the perfect time,
especially on their head. Right in the glass.
Dibs.
If it's still in the glass, you just drop the glass.
Yeah.
At a large rate of velocity.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at North Carolina.
So I just want to mention your noun Tottenham is actually pretty hot in the live chat here. They get a kick out of that. How you called the guy Tottenham? That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
John Black seems to be farting a lot. Apparently, he keeps saying that over and over again in the chat room. So try some Vino, brother. And yeah, man, this is really cool that these people are chatting up a storm in here. They're basically everybody's loving your story so far, and
I'm loving that hat.
Huh?
Let me tell you this one quick, and then I'm gonna go and splash me boots, and then I'll be back.
You're gonna touch your boots?
Splash me boots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on, pause. What's that slang for? Because I'm lost now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
Just so you know, we have time for about one more story, and then obviously we've already decided we're going to have you back for part 3, story time with Gary Parrish.
Live from Boston. Part 3 is going to be live from Boston because Gary's going to come here, and we're going to do.
That's right. Well, I think we should do Lowell actually. Lowell's a lot better than Boston.
Yeah,
I think we should do a live shot from Baltimore.
Live from we're just coming to Lowell because Gary and Lowell. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Gary would fit right in.
You guys don't know, but just trust us.
Yeah. So, all right, Gary. So pick another good one, man.
All right, let me tell you this one then. I told you about this before, Tim, and so we went to Portsmouth away in 2nd Division. Where we was in. It was a Sunday game. We went with the club with a package they put together. And we were
in the 80s.
Yeah, we were staying at a holiday camp, which was owned by, I believe it's Peter Storey. I'm pretty sure it's Peter Storey, who was a director at the time. So the game's Sunday. We get down there on a Saturday at 11 o'clock. We got off the bus and we went straight into the fucking bar. We didn't even bother getting our bags. They got taken off and left on the side. So we went in the bar. We was in there till about 7 o'clock before we decided to go and get our bags and get changed for the evening. Not that we knew what we was doing because we was already drunk as shit. So anyway, we don't get changed. We get back into the club, into the bar, and then later on, quite late in the evening, Peter Story came over to us and said, "Listen, the team were getting ready to re-record Bubbles." He said, "But on the B-side, we want the fans to sing. We want it to be it's a song we want the fans to sing. Would you be interested?" We said, "Fucking hell yeah." They said, "Well, here's the words," and gave us the words, the sheets. It was a medley of old London pub songs, and with some of them changed. Like one of them, well, some of the words was, "Well, you can't trust a fella with a name like Hackett when your own name's Tony." And you know where that came from? The 4-0 defeat from Nottingham Forest when Hackett sent Tony off.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yep.
so we went on the stage and they recorded it up on stage that night, drunk as shit, singing that song. The next morning, they came and picked us up early and took us to a recording studio in Portsmouth. Well, it's pretty ironic that one of the songs on there was "Who Was You With Last Night?" because I actually spent the night with one of the girls from the club shop. So, they were sitting outside. They were sitting outside waiting for us on the bus. Everyone was on there waiting for us. So anyway, we go to the recording studio and they've got us a crate of beer and everything on there in the recording studio. So we recorded it again, and we were called the Anvil Chorus. And you know what anvil is, right? Irons, you know, the anvil.
Oh yeah.
So we recorded it again there, and then they took us on to the game. And then like 2 weeks later, we got another letters, and we went back to a recording studio in London with the team, and we re-recorded what we'd done, and then also sang background on Bubbles with the team, and then went out to TGI Fridays with the team.
Wow, that's amazing.
Jesus.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and I had a big row with fucking Martin Allen because he was a mouthy fucker. He was mad dog. He was a mad dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah. What?
What do you mean?
His nickname was Mad Dog.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we knew
Yeah,
that.
I mean he's great. I mean he kept fucking taking a piss and everything else. And I said, "Listen, dude, we're the ones that pay your fucking wages. Well, we're every week watching you." And he was like, we thought it was just shit. That's all.
Well, thanks again, man. This is I have not laughed this hard.
No.
And actually, since the last time you were on, probably. So,
Listen, I've got a list like that. You see that list? There's
I think we're gonna make it a regular thing with you.
That list that's got, so there's like it's gonna
Somebody in here,
series.
somebody in the chat room says that we got to get you on for like 4 hours straight.
Agreed.
But no,
100%.
I'm starting to believe that we need to get you on more regularly. If anybody, we'll figure that out. We'll talk off the air about that. We definitely need you back. We want to get through all of your stories. I thought you only had a couple more, man. I didn't realize you had that many. Holy shit.
Oh no, there's so much more we can get into. Yeah.
Listen, I'm 57. That's all I can remember.
50.
All right. So we have
ketchup over here.
We have to go, but before we do, I want to ask Chaz and Kostya and obviously you, Gary, what you guys' plans are for Sunday. So tell us what's going on Sunday there in Maryland. There, Chaz. What do you got going on?
Of course, all the lads will be down there. I unfortunately won't be there. Baby mom.
Oh, Chaz, why?
I have a wife and I have a kid.
Mother's Day. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Gotcha.
So
How about you, Kostya?
keep her happy.
Yeah,
there's an afternoon and an evening. There's an afternoon and an evening. You can do a morning thing.
Kostya,
Yeah, but I'm West Ham. I had to keep her happy all day long.
Mother's Day's a tough one. I gotta say, it's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing any shows on Mother's Day.
I got my wife and my mother lives with us. I got 2 mothers in the house, so it's.
I kicked my mother-in-law out.
No, but it's my mom. It's my mom.
Oh, okay. Well,
Get my own mother out of the house.
Oh, well, being a West Ham fan, listen to this. My company, it's mandatory to work Saturdays unless you hear otherwise. And I told them, fuck you, I'm leaving because I'm not working Saturdays because I'm not missing my West Ham. And they said, oh, okay, you don't have to work Saturdays. I was doing my job.
So what are you doing?
We're on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a Sunday, but
Kostya, what do you got going on, man, on Sunday?
I-
You guys meeting up?
I'm gonna be at Fido on 7th and H Street Northwest, across from the Walgreens, next to the Starbucks, with all the lads and lasses. It's the last match, so I know people are gonna turn up. And like Gary said, Mom can be for the 90 minutes that are not West Ham of the day. There's a whole nother 22 hours for Mom. And I'm definitely going to call Mom. But Mom's in Mexico, so I don't get to celebrate her.
Make sure you go around to the top and congratulate them.
Yeah, but my mother used to say, when Mother's Day came around, my mother would say, I don't believe in Mother's Day. I believe I should be celebrated every day. So
Yeah, well, I've heard that one.
Sounds about original.
Yeah. Gary, what do you got going on Sunday, brother?
Not much. I mean, down the pub as usual. Maybe a little bit of extended time.
Awesome.
last match, you kind of have to.
So where are you going to be this Sunday? Though? Like, remember you were saying you're like not in between pubs, but you.
No, we're going to be. I mean, our pub now is called Southern Roots.
Okay, and where's that?
That's in Park Circle in North Charleston.
Okay, cool.
So that's where we go all the time now. I mean, you know, my street sign is up, should be up there now. In between seasons, we're going to be sorting out some other stuff we're going to get done in there to make it our pub. I want people to come down. I want to have a place to invite you guys down. Come to our pub. Come and have come and enjoy yourself.
Us in the DC will take over wherever you have.
You got palm trees on there, so I'll visit you sometime soon too. Real quick, I gotta mention our next couple shows, and then I also gotta mention the people in the chat room here. So we have oh boy, we don't have anything until the 16th. We're gonna be doing an end of season review show on the 16th. We had Sean from New York City Hammer scheduled, but he had to postpone again. So we're gonna do our end of season review show and grab some of our former guests, bring them in, and do a little forum, kind of like we're doing right now. And then we got Arizona after that on the 19th, and we don't have anything yet for the 23rd or 30th, but because we've offered it to people and we're waiting them to confirm. But anyway, beside all that, got to thank the people in the chat room. Thank you guys so much. Jeremiah Carson we had on the other day. We got to get him back. Yeah, we got to get him back. But we also have to have Mr. Gary back, though. We definitely need to get more stories out of him. So yeah, thank you, John from Vegas. Thank you, Scott Davis. Thank you, Tarek, and thank you, Gabe De Leon and Mr. Wally World. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you guys off the air real quick. But come on,
thank you, Scott, for sending me a bunch of messages.